What's up guys, it's MTGMatt back with another Innistrad Crimson War video. And today I want to showcase one of the new planeswalkers from Innistrad Crimson War, which is... Here we go. Let me actually move the camera. There we go. Which is our Kaya GEIST Hunter, right? It's a new 3-mana planeswalker in Orzhov colors, obviously. And got 3 abilities. +1, creatures you control gain Death Touch until end of turn. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature token you control. -2, and that's the big one, until end of turn, if 1 or more tokens would be created under your control. Twice that many of those tokens are created instead, and then she got a -6. Which is exile all cards from all graveyards. Then create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying for each card exiled this way. So Kaya, at first glance, she's not a particularly exciting planeswalker by itself. She obviously can protect herself, but I would say it's rare that 3-mana planeswalkers can protect themselves. And she has a very strict synergy with tokens, right? So when I first saw this planeswalker, my idea was to use her with angels, right? We have stuff like Firja's Retribution in standard, which is a 4-mana enchantment that lets you on the first chapter, or like it's a 4-mana saga, and on the first chapter you just get a Serra Angel basically. And the idea I first had was like play a Kaya on 3, play a Firja's Retribution on 4, and double up the angel you get, and that should be a really nice play pattern. But what I discovered was that your deck, the deck you want to play Kaya in, is much more consistent if you simply focus on, well, survive against all the aggro decks, right? By putting in more board wipes and just in general stuff to deal with creatures. And then you use the token doubler simply with your other 2 planeswalkers in the form of Thorin the Mirthless and also Spider Queen. And these 3 planeswalkers right here, they just go amazing together because Kaya just makes those other 2 planeswalkers so much more powerful. If you have, like, you can have a Dream Opener where you have a Kaya on 3. She's uncontested, and on turn 4 you play Thorin. You -2 Kaya, -2 Thorin, and get 2 vampires, right? That's a really powerful start. And so I figured to just stick with this plan, and basically the idea that Thorin and Lolth are really powerful together comes from my mono black control deck that I did. And we simply switched into Orzhov for Kaya to showcase this planeswalker, and I've been really impressed with this result. I easily climbed to Diamond with this deck, and it's just a lot of fun to try out Kaya. Also notably, you know, the turn after you -2 Kaya and you maybe got double the vampires or double the spiders from Lolth, it's a really good effect actually to every turn put a 1/1 counter on one of your creatures. And also you have play patterns where your opponent has a bunch of creatures, you have a bunch of spiders, for example, let's say 4 spiders, and then you realize, well, I should probably wipe the board because my opponent's board state is stronger than mine. And then what you can do is give all your spiders a Death Touch. You swing in, your opponent won't want to block because he'll just trade down against the Death Touch. And this way you get in a bunch of damage, and then you can just wipe the board with either Shadow's Verdict or, where do we have it? Or Path of Peril. And that's the whole idea of the deck. So we've got the idea of the deck. Let's just go through the cards one by one. Let's take a look at the board wipes first. The meta is very creature heavy, very aggro-y, and for that 4 copies of Path of Peril are really nice, right? Destroy creatures with mana value or less. Or you can pay the cleave cost to just destroy all creatures. For me this is like a new staple in control decks that run black. Then I also added 2 copies of Shadow's Verdict. Again, to deal with all those white aggro decks. Also really nice against green. You can exile stuff like a... what's it called? Like a troll, right? The 3-mana troll that has a death trigger, while Shadow's Verdict, you just exile it and get rid of the death trigger. It's just really nice. Also against mono white. This just hits mana value 3 creatures, which Path of Peril does not. One thing to note, to be fair, is that this also hits your Kaya, right? But you can... Kaya is not essential to your game plan, it's just a really nice support. And you can also, you know, just, you know when you want to cast your board wipe, and you can plan accordingly with your Kaya. And even if you lose Kaya, it's not that big of a deal, actually. So these are our board wipes here. Then we got our 3 Planeswalkers, which I already explained. These are our win conditions, and it just goes super well together. Kaya supports both of these perfectly, and then Laws and Sorin, they just produce the tokens and give us a bunch of card draw. And then the rest of the deck is really just actually getting there. As you can see, we have a bunch of stuff in the 2-drop slot, and 2 Lanterns of the Lost in the 1-drop slot. Lantern of the Lost, for me, it's a really good tech card in the current meta. You just get rid of graveyards against the decks where it matters to get rid, especially against Leer decks. But you know, if you don't need it against the opponent's deck, you can just cantrip it. It's not that big of a deal, really, and more often than not, this effect is very, very useful. And then the 2-drop slot is getting there. We got Sunset Revelry, just a really nice card, gives us tokens, because what we try to do is, we want to have a play pattern where on 2 we can create tokens, so that if we play Kaya on 3, she actually has a target to put a counter on, right? And you can protect her. So Sunset Revelry gives us life, tokens, and can also draw us card. 4 copies of Hunt for Specimens also gives us a token in the form of Pest, and we get to learn. Let's take a look at our learn sideboard. 2 copies of Environmental Sciences to get our mana. Single Reduce to Memory to get rid of anything on the board. Single Necrotic Fumes to just have another way of, you know, exile a creature or planeswalker. Single copy of Past Summoning. This can just really help to, you know, stabilize, survive maybe early aggressive board states. If you play a Hunt for Specimens on 2 and Past Summoning on 3, you get some really good blockers against aggressive decks. Single copy of Mascot Exhibition can be a finisher, especially when combined with Kaya. And then a single copy of Confront the Past, because we do have 12 Planeswalkers in the deck, and this can help us get one back from the graveyard. So that's the Learn sideboard. And then we just got 2 removals, 4 copies of Parasitic Grasp. For me, this card is an all-star now, perfectly against human decks for obvious reasons, but also it's really nice against, well, other aggressive decks, because against the Werewolf Pack Leader is actually human and got 3 toughness. So you can kill this for 2 mana, gain 3 life. But even if you pay the cleave cost, this kills Faceless Havens, this kills Hives of the Eye Tyrant, so it's just a really nice removal spell that also gives you life. And then we're in Orzhov, so we got access to probably one of the best removal spells on stand right now. Vanishing Verse, Exile Tyrant, Monocolored Permanent. You get rid of the Ren and Sevens of this world, the Asagas Chariots, and so much more. This card is just really, really good in the current meta. Finally, if we take a look at the lands, we got 3 copies of Emeria's Call, can also be a finisher and can be especially deadly when combined with Kaya, right? Combining this with Kaya gets you 4/4 Angels, that's really good. We got 2 copies of Hive of the Eye Tyrant, just a nice creature land, and as I already said, in this meta, it's nice to be able to exile cards from graveyards. Then we got 2 copies of Field of Ruin, for obvious reasons in this meta. And a little spice edition is a single copy of Great Hall of Starnheim. It's from Kaldheim, and we can pay 2 white and a black, sacrifice it and a creature we control to create a 4/4 white Ancient Warrior creature token with Flying and Vigilance. So this can be really nice. For example, we -2 Kaya, we sack a Pest, and we get 2 Angels out of this, which is really nice on a land, right? So that's the deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys soon. Seems good. Seems good. Okay. Yeah, let's go Revelry here. Probably should have gone Hunt. Soul Shatter. Just attack here, because why not? Then we go Hunt, and let's just take a Sciences here. Just make sure that we hit all of our land drops, and then we can go from there. Okay, opponent drew into Duress here. Actually, adjust the camera. Okay, Shadow's Verdict is gone. Thorian is nice, but unfortunately we can't play it this turn. So opponent has 5 cards in hand. So if we play the Revelry, gain life and draw a card. That actually seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. Let's attack here, see if there are any responses. But since I assume our opponent has some kind of counter spell up. Let's just get our land drop and also play the Lantern. I don't think he has a Leer, but it's better to, you know, pay attention. And then we'll just pass so that if he has a Leer, we can use the Lantern. Sedgemoor Witch, okay. Now we know no counter is coming. Let's just blow up the board. And what did I say? Hell yeah. Let's get rid of the graveyard first. So no resources for a little Leer. Then we play a lull.
strong, we will slay our enemies.
Well, Lear without a graveyard isn't really useful, or at least not that useful. Double block. Okay, fade out. Now this is annoying because you can bounce the Lear. So what do we have in a sideboard? Okay, let's draw a card first, see what we get. Another Thorin.
My hatred lives.
This is actually really awkward. So we got 8 mana. If we make a vampire token, it gets bounced by Lear. Let's hunt here. Can actually just force him to use the Fading Hope. I think that's actually fine. Can just bounce it. But then this Fading Hope is gone. And we go from there. And we still got plenty of resources in hand. Yep. Okay, now I really want a board wipe. There's no reason to block here.
The light is insufferable.
Verdict is nice, but it doesn't hit the Lear. Man, this is really awkward because we can't. I guess I can still use it actually. Yeah, let's just do this. No, make the board more or less even. And then if you just draw a land next turn, we can go Lolth plus Thorin in one turn. Ugh, okay. This really sucks, but what can you do? So he's doing it again. Yeah, Lear is super powerful. What can you do? Bye bye Lear. And actually not gonna make a token here, instead I'll just draw a card. Kaya will give us 2 tokens next turn, so that's really nice. Another Lear, okay. Oh, yes! Haha. That's a god draw. Get double the tokens. I have to exile, okay. Okay, Lantern is super nice. Just give us some protection against Lear. This is creatures, right? Okay, so let's pump up a hive. And I think I'm making another token. And then we give everything Death Touch.
You feel this annoyance.
By giving everything Death Touch
Fighting
when
the
the hive
undead is my
attacks,
specialty.
if he tries to double block, both of his things die. Now what if he attacks? I can double block, okay. Imagine we didn't have the lantern this game. Would have lost a long time ago, right? But we exiled all the stuff from his graveyard. Well, that's annoying. I think I just let it bounce, right? I mean, what is the alternative? He can't bounce the tokens, that's good. And he has 4 mana left, so he can use it again. Introduction Annihilation, okay. Okay, it seems like he doesn't know that he can't bounce the tokens. This is mana value 1 or greater. These have a mana value of 0. So this Leo just dies. And we're happy. Don't even need the lantern. Let's draw a card. That's nice.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Let's get rid of that divide by 0. That's also good. Actually, I think I'm still keeping the verse here.
Need a weapon? I got plenty.
And we win. Oh man, lantern coming in big here. Super nice. Okay, is this actually our final boss? We go first. I want to keep this. This has some versatility to it. If we do this, we can get 2 tokens, draw a card, right? It's pretty good. Pretty good. There is the Eye Twitch. There's no need right now to play the Amaria's Call. Just play the Lantern here and chill. Up against the Dimir list, it seems. Okay, I really want our Fields of Ruin here. Also up against Snow, so Lantern should be nice. Another Amarius Call. Definitely playing this one. And again, we just chill. Okay, now he found his Field of Ruin. You know what? I'm gonna force him to use his Field of Ruin now. And there's nothing else we can do with our mana, really. And I also just... should I attack with everything? I'm gonna attack with everything here. And he just takes the damage, that's interesting. How is he dealing 2 damage to the Hive? Yeah, he's not. So I missed out on a treasure token actually. Nice thing is this way we still have the Lantern activation if we need it. Probably won't though. Now we don't care about our graveyard, so him attacking here is totally fine. Yep. Nice, 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 nice. That's good. Top deck.
I will show
Play
you
our
what
land for
my
turn.
power is for annihilation.
Or used up all the free Amarias already, but it's okay. We don't need Amaria to win, it's just a nice bonus. Okay, there goes our Wolf. And I'm just gonna ignore the Eye Twitch, the 1 damage. I don't want to give him a Lorne effect, and this is 5 damage on the board. Quite significant actually. Yeah. Attack. He can actually go Shadow's Verdict. I quite like that. The Verdict gets rid of these Eye Twitchies. And he's gonna hit me for free, but it's fine actually, so yeah. Let's get rid of the Eye Twitches. This is a lot of value he's missing out on, right? So that's really good for us. And sure, he can hit us with the Haven, but we got the Revelry to cantrip and also gain 4 lives, so it really doesn't matter. Kaya. He's got 4 cards in hand, we got 5. Let's play Kaya here, then Revelry.
I'm not gonna let you
This
slow
way
me
we
down.
get to cantrip, and there's Sorin, that's really good.
Oh, I've got the perfect tools for the job.
Well, Sorin is actually just okay, because we can't... Well, because the Hive has Menace, right? I actually don't know if I have to keep this lantern, but I'm
keeps getting
gonna
worse.
do this. Okay, Hunt is nice. Hunt gives us something to do, and it gives us a second blocker. We do need more black mana though, and something to do this turn, so let's get another swamp. This also gives us something to do here. And the pest is gonna be nice. Together with Sorin to be able to block the Hive. Okay, I guess not. I really don't know what we're up against here. If this is a Leer list or not, but if it is, we're definitely going to keep the lantern around. Just like our insurance plan, basically. And, you know, a Field of Ruin would be amazing. Be best draw here. Oh, Grasp is actually also real nice. Grasp can kill both the Haven and the Hive. But I can't... She can't play it together with Sorin, so we'll just have to chill here. I hope he fires off the Hive. The Hive. Okay, there's a lull.
Are you enraptured by my beauty? Aren't I generous?
And we have our own lulls. Man, our mana base is really what's holding us back here. I think I know the correct play. The correct play here is play Lolth. Play the Lolth. Draw a card.
Come closer.
And this is gonna incentivize him.
Yes.
Ooh, Vanishing
I
Verse.
know the knowledge you seek.
Because this is gonna incentivize him to fire up the Haven. Basically one-shot the Lolth, right? And then we can kill the Haven with Parasitic Grasp.
And deadly.
And ideally our Lolth will still be at 4 loyalty after that. And then we can Vanishing Verse his own Lolth and get rid of those spiders with Path of Peril. So is he taking the bait? Or is he using 2 spiders? 2 spiders would be smarter. What is he doing? Is he taking the bait? He's just ignoring Lolth. But it also works for me, I guess. Let's see if we can kill the Haven here. Okay. And the Haven is gone, that's perfect.
I will.
One thing less to worry about. If you get a Field of Ruin here. Ooh. So got the combo here, Kaya plus Sorin. So let's deal with... Actually, let's path first. See if our opponent has any responses. No, okay.
Again? Aren't I the generous one? Oh, you'll fall
Yes!
into my web again.
And next turn we have exactly 7 mana, so we can go Kaya, double tokens, get 2 vampires. And that should bring us back into the game. Can easily take another free damage here. Don't care about our graveyard. Turn. Okay, let's see. Let's play Kaya. Does he have a counter spell? Now, given that there seems to be a response,
To the shadows.
actually, I think okay, divide by 0 is actually fine. Can live with that. Yeah, it's actually fine. I think now we just plus the Kaya. And this way she can't die to the
Just
hive.
how I showed you. You got this.
I don't know if our opponent is running any counter spells actually. Drawing 2 cards. Now if he wants to fire up the hive, that's nice because he's basically out of mana now. So it's really good for us. And man, what we need here is another black mana, because with a 4th black mana we can both play Saurian and the Parasitic Grasp against the hive.
Oh, it's on now.
Lolv. I guess a Lolv is also good enough.
I will come.
Pump up one of the spiders.
Oh, I've got the perfect tools for the job.
I like here that with mana open because I really think that our opponent might run Leer. It's definitely possible that he's running a Leer. And you know, let's just keep in mind that opponent is at 11 life too, so you can also threaten to kill him. Oh, yes, that's what we need. That's what we need. Okay, let's draw a card. See what we get.
Go, my children.
More land. Let's see if we get to resolve Saurian. Do.
Violence is necessary to set things right. You deal this annoyance.
I want to get aggressive here. I feel pretty safe because we got the grasp as backup.
I can teach you a thing or two.
So we can use the grasp to kill the hive and we can just jump block the Faven. That seems good. And look at our trio here. We got our trio ready. Gotta say, didn't see that one coming. Did not see that one coming. Oh man. Flunk. Are we just dead?
My will cannot be denied.
Oh man, it's a Hullbreaker deck. Yeah. I mean, we won't be able to resolve this. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, GG. Damn it. Okay. So against that aggression we have Sunset Reverie, followed by Kaya. I actually like that. Do like that quite a lot. Against blue here. Okay, we do have a Field of Ruin. Let's play Lantern preemptively. Good idea against blue. Field of Ruin can help us fix the mana against the Faceless Haven. And it seems that our opponent is land screwed. I'm just gonna pass here because it's enough if we play Kaya next turn, followed up by a Lolth. And I'd rather fix our mana here. Get our second black mana. Kaya. Plus Kaya. Then she's ready for Lolth next turn if you draw into a land. No land. But we can draw a card and get 2 tokens here. Okay, sure, I take a hunt. It's pretty okay. Get a Scientist to find our last land. And then pump our tokens.
Need a weapon? I got plenty.
Could have gotten 6 tokens this turn, but I don't really see the value. Skull Scab. No exploitation here. And here we go. Now, very important about Kaya is, so right now our opponent only has 1 mana open, so he can respond. But if your opponent has responses by killing planeswalkers, it's important that you first activate Kaya before playing like a Lolth or a Thorin, because if you put your Lolth down first and then you activate Kaya,
Darkness will swallow.
Kaya activation goes on stack, you lose priority and your opponent gets the chance to reactively kill your Lolth.
My power
Right?
is for annihilation.
And you don't want that to happen, because you, well, you want to get those spiders out 100%. You know what, let's get everything Death Touch here. And just attack. And I'll probably wipe the board here with a Verdict. Just get in for some massive damage and wipe the board. 7 damage. Draw a card.
My words are for ambitious.
You should have had a better plan.
I always forget that we also exile our Kaya. But okay. Anarchy.
Go on, run! But we will catch you.
Let's thin out our deck a little bit. Get some tokens. Let's chill. Okay, let's get rid of the duality. There's another verdict.
I always reward.
And you know, we wanna close out the game here, right? So let's get some spiders going.
My children wrench their hands. Subservience will be rewarded.
Okay, ideally we want to get rid of Narfi here, because the only thing on the board below free CMC. Ooh, there's Kaya. That's nice. I guess let's attack here. Then blow up the board.
Do I? Aren't I the generous one?
Get spoders.
My will cannot be
End the
denied.
turn. And when he activates Narf, we can in response activate the lantern. And bye bye. Bye bye, Narfi. I think he could activate again in response, right? And GG. Come on, I want to have that last win for Diamond. Hey there, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content and want to see more fresh decks and standard meta decks, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And I see you guys soon.